Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeen and welcome to today's vlog. Here to give you some tips for week 6 of the 2014 fantasy football season. Now you guys already know, here to give you my starters and benchers for this week. Starting at the quarterback position, I'm going to start off with Russell Wilson for the Seattle Seahawks. They're going to be at home against the Dallas Cowboys. Now last week, Wilson torched Washington with running the football as well as throwing the football for great valuable points in fantasy play, and now that they're played at home against Dallas, I think he's going to light up that secondary for that Dallas Cowboy defense. Next game, Eli Manning versus the Philadelphia Eagles. This was his obvious selection for me because Philly actually gives up the most points in fantasy play towards the quarterbacks. Next player, this is another obvious one, Peyton Manning against the New York Jets. Now, he's a must start every week, but I'm talking about this particular week because the Jets defense has been playing terrible against the pass. And also, a sleeper this week, I'm going to have to go with Joe Flacco for the Baltimore Ravens against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, he is a player that a lot of people still do not trust for fantasy play, but I think he's going to give you some valuable points this week against a weak secondary for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They actually gave up 28 points per game in the last 3 weeks, talking about the Tampa Bay defense. Players that you should sit at the quarterback position, I have to start off with Cam Newton against the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Bengals have a respected defense, and Cam Newton has been a little bit of a disappointment to me so far this season. I actually had to personally drop him out of my team. I actually picked him as my backup quarterback, and he's not been playing up to par in my opinion. Tony Romo of the Dallas Cowboys against the Seattle Seahawks at Seattle. He's definitely going to struggle in that matchup. And last but not least, Big Ben Roethlisberger against the Cleveland Browns. Now, he's still a good quarterback to me. He could possibly give you at least 15 points in this matchup, but I'm actually scared against the Cleveland Browns because they show a lot of heart, and Cleveland actually gives Ben Roethlisberger a hard time. He actually struggles at Cleveland. The game is at Cleveland. A couple of sleeper players I need to mention at quarterback. Andy Dalton against the Carolina Panthers. I think he could be a good, excellent replacement. And Austin Davis, a true sleeper for the St. Louis Rams playing against my San Francisco 49ers. He could be an excellent sleeper this week. Last week, he passed for 375 yards and 3 scores against the Philadelphia Eagles. And also, due to the fact that I believe they're not going to be doing running the football against San Francisco, that gives Davis more opportunity to throw the football. I do not believe that the Rams will win this matchup, but still I think that Davis can give you some valuable points in this game, especially coming towards the end of the game. I think that the Rams are going to have to play from behind throughout the entire game. Going to the running back position, Eddie Lacy for the Green Bay Packers. He's a player that you should definitely start. He's playing against the Miami Dolphins. Now, Eddie Lacy finally emerged last week with over 20 points in fantasy play. I think he's going to have a good game. Also, the Green Bay Packers, the Miami Dolphins actually have surrendered over 130 rushing yards per game in the last 10 meetings against Green Bay. I think that Eddie Lacy could give you a great outing for you guys. Next player, a good sleeper who came out of nowhere last week, Brandon Oliver of the San Diego Chargers. I think this is going to be a great selection for him because he's playing against an Oakland Raider defense who have allowed they're actually the second worst rushing defense team in the National Football League. Oliver could be due for a great game. And last but not least, Andre Williams out of the New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Now with Rashad Jennings out with a knee injury, he's going to be out for the next couple of weeks. This is definitely Williams' time to shine. He had 20 carries last week, actually 22 touches overall, 2 receptions last week. Gave you at least 10 points in fantasy play, and I think he could give you at least 12 points in this matchup. A great flex player, at least a number 2 running back for you guys, a player that you should definitely start this week. Players that you should sit for this week at the running back position. I mentioned the San Francisco game. I believe my Niners is going to start the ground attack for St. Louis Rams. So Zach Stacy is a player that you should definitely bench. Now, he's also had to suffer a calf injury last week against the Eagles, and on his final carry, he actually fumbled the football, which gives an open door for Benny Cunningham to take more carries and split more carries with Zach Stacy. So you should definitely bench. Alfred Morris of the Washington Redskins against the Arizona Cardinals. He's a player that you should bench. I think that Cardinals defense does great against the ground and against running backs. Big Ben Tate of the Cleveland Browns. Now, he had a great week last week against the Tennessee Titans, 124 rushing yards, but I think he's going to struggle this week against Pittsburgh. Now, in the last 6 road matches for Pittsburgh only allowed just under 90 rushing yards per game. I do not think you should start Ben Tate this week. Also, C.J. Spiller of the Buffalo Bills. It's a little bit of disappointment to me as far as a running back in fantasy play against the New England Patriots. I think you should bench him this week, as well as Stephen Ridley against the Buffalo Bills. I think both of these 2 running backs you should definitely bench this week. They're going to depend more on throwing the football in that particular matchup. A couple of sleepers for you guys at the running back position. Steven Jackson of the Atlanta Falcons against the Chicago Bears. I think he's a good sleeper. He had 12 points last week. Or Giovanni Bernard of the Cincinnati Bengals against the Carolina Panther defense. Now, I don't think he's going to do well running the football, but with A.J. Green out, he's going to be a valuable asset as well as a receiving running back out of the backfield. I think he can give you some decent points. And a good sleeper for you guys this week at running back, Joique Bell of the Detroit Lions. Only if Reggie Bush is inactive against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, Bush is still dealing with an ankle injury, and if he is inactive against the Vikes, I think you should definitely start Joique Bell at running back. Now, yes, he is coming back from a concussion, but he's definitely a good receiver outside the backfield, and he is the better goal line back for the remaining backs on that depth chart. So he should definitely a great sleeper, only if Reggie Bush is inactive in that matchup. Headed over to the wide receiver position, players that you should definitely start. I'm going to start off with Steve Smith of the Baltimore Ravens. I mentioned that you should start Joe Flacco against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steve Smith is his leading target. Mike Wallace of the Miami Dolphins versus Green Bay. Now, in the last 6 road matches, Green Bay has actually allowed 269 receiving yards per game. I think that Mike Wallace can give you at least 14 points in that matchup. Golden Tate of the Detroit Lions. Now, he's actually doing a brilliant job as a receiver, at least a number 2 receiver in fantasy play. Now, but Calvin Johnson is still a little shaky with injuries. I think that Golden Tate can light up against that Vikings defense. Players, and then one last player, Mohamed Sanu of the Cincinnati Bengals against Carolina. Now, we all know that A.J. Green is not going to be active for this matchup, and this is the Sanu's chance to lead the receivers in receiving in this matchup. Andy Dalton just has to do his job and throw the football in his direction. 2 players that I think you should sit this week at wide receiver, a definite sit. Cordarrelle Patterson of the Vikings against the Detroit Lions defense. Now, Detroit Lions defense has been doing a great job thus far in fantasy play, and also after a great week 1 20-point game for Patterson, he's been more of a disappointment throughout the remaining weeks so far in fantasy play. I do not trust him. Definitely sit him this week. And Sammy Watkins of the Buffalo Bills against Revis Island and the New England Patriots secondary. And he's actually going to go up against Darrelle Revis. I'm a little bit scared of that, so he should play. So I think you should bench him. And also one other particular player, Terrence Williams of the Dallas Cowboys against the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think he's going to have at least 10 points in that matchup. Now, I don't really believe that you should start the wide receivers for Dallas, but if you had to start a player, and if he is active over a probable shoulder injury, Dez Bryant is the player that you should definitely play at wide receiver for Dallas against the Seattle Seahawks. Heading over to the tight end position, I have 2 definite players you should start, players that are a little bit under the radar. Delanie Walker of the Tennessee Titans. Now, he's actually 5th overall in points. He's having a good season. They're playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and so far this season, the Jags have allowed an average of 12 points per game. Delanie Walker should be due for at least 12 points in this matchup. And another player, Owen Daniels of the Baltimore Ravens against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, last week, Daniels posted 70 receiving yards. I think he could be due for another decent game. Now, a couple players that I believe that you should sit. Gerard Cook out of the St. Louis Rams against my San Francisco 49ers. He should play that you should definitely bench because San Francisco only allows 5.5 points per game to the tight end position so far this season in fantasy play. And another scary player, Zach Ertz against the New York Giants. The Giants have allowed just 4.46 points per game in fantasy play. I think that you should probably bench Zach Ertz, but he could be a sleeper at the same time. I think it's going to be more of a receiving battle between the Giants and Philadelphia, but I think I have to go with benching Zach Ertz this week, but he could be a sleeper at the same time. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know, but I'm going to have to go against him this week. Vernon Davis for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, he's playing Monday night, and he's still dealing with a back injury, and that's why he's been held back throughout the season after a great Week 1 win against the Dallas Cowboys at Dallas. He posted 16 fantasy points. The following week, he only had 3 points, and that's when he suffered that back injury. Do not bench this player. When he's fully healthy, he's a player that you're going to want to start in the next upcoming weeks. Now, for this week, I think you should sit him this week. He's still questionable if he will play Monday night against the Rams, but I'm going to have to go against him this week and just look forward to see him perform in the following weeks. A couple sleepers for you guys at tight end. Jason Witten of the against the Seattle defense. Jason Witten from the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I mentioned that I was scared of the receivers for Dallas against Seattle, but Seattle has surrendered some big points to some predominant tight ends in the National Football League, and Julius Thomas and Antonio Gates. And because of those two tight ends have great games, and I still think Witten has enough left in him, and he's still a good blocker to start at tight end, and that's why DeMarco Murray's been doing so well running the football, because Witten has been doing a great job blocking. He's still a valuable asset, which means he will have more opportunities to catch the football. I think he could give you at least 7 fantasy points against the Seattle Seahawks. And Jordan Reed against the Arizona Cardinals, representing out of the Washington Redskins. He's back from injury. He should start over Niles Paul, and I think he would be an excellent sleeper at tight end. Headed over to the defensive position, this is the last area I need to talk about. The Baltimore Ravens against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is still trying to develop a more balanced offense. I think that the Ravens defense will definitely take advantage of this team. The Denver Broncos against the New York Jets at the quarterback position for the Jets. They've been playing like some doo-doo. Gotta go against them. This should be a good pickup for this week in fantasy play. Go ahead and start the Broncos defense. Last but not least, another defense that you should definitely start, San Diego against the Oakland Raiders. Now, the Oakland's not really doing well running the football. They're going to depend more on passing. I think they're going to have a good job in coverage skills this week against the Oakland Raiders, so you should definitely go ahead and start the San Diego defense. Defenses that you should bench this week, starting with the Dallas Cowboys, this is an obvious one for me against Russell Wilson and that Seattle offense. I don't really need too much to explain on that one. Pittsburgh's defense against the Cleveland Browns. This is a scary one for me. I think you should bench him this week. Last week against the Titans, the Browns offense showed a lot of heart, and with the game at Cleveland, they have the momentum and more an energized home field advantage in this matchup. I'm going to have to go with Pittsburgh benching this week in fantasy play. Last but not least, the two more teams that you should bench playing in the same game, both the Philadelphia Eagles defense and the Giants defense. I think it's going to be a shootout on that matchup between these two NFC East rivals. This is going to be a great offensive game. I think you should bench both of these defense for this week in fantasy play. So that wraps things up for this week. The next time I'm going to catch you guys will be on Thursday. I will give you Thursday's Thursday night's matchup for next week. I'm going to give you tips for that particular game, and then I'm actually going to catch you again on Friday to give you the remaining starters and benchers for week 7 of the fantasy season. Thank you for watching today's blog from the Football Source. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. BEC.